Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're in the Sims 4 again doing another build. For today's video I thought I would do a community lot just because I never do them like in the Sims 4 because I can't be bothered playing the gameplay. So I tend to just build like houses or renovate houses. I've done one renovation on my channel for a community lot where I did an eco lifestyle bar, so I'll like add a card now or something if you want to see that. But today I thought I would do a movie theatre just because at the moment I can't really watch movies in movie theatres in New Zealand. So I decided I would build on The Sims because why not? It has a kind of like modern slash retro feel to it. It's primarily modern, but some of the elements due to city living movie theatre items, it had to have some retro, like the signs obviously a bit retro and stuff, but practically inside and the rest of the outside is modern. Like the poles I use, the signs, all of that's modern for obvious reasons. Yeah, but I decided to go for a blue theme. Just don't really know why. I feel like movies seem to be like red and black, so I decided to go blue and black. Yeah, blue and black for this one. So blue on the outside and obviously black in the inside. There is still reds in there just because it is still, I feel like that's just like what you have to do in movie theatres, but the outside is very blue kind of thing. Added tons of signs, movie posters and stuff to obviously because obviously you go to a movie theatre, you see all the posters that they're showing so you can get drawn in, so that's why I sized up the posters that you get in the game and just added tons of them across the walls. Didn't really do too much of the back of the building, like too much to it, just because I thought there's no point and there wasn't any space back there anyway. I was originally thinking of having like a loading station for like where they get like their supplies and stuff, but I just decided to not do that. Yeah, there's just no point really, because there was no space. And if I did used a bigger lot maybe, but it's just it is what it is. Went for white roofs just so that it was just like a bit, so it wasn't like fully blue the building, or else it'd be a bit too much. And I didn't want pink roofs. I think that would have made sense with like the sign that I used, but I just decided to go white roofs. And then I add like car parks to the build, because obviously there would be parking. I forgot to add like cars into the parking spots. They don't really matter. They're just there for like show. But I mean, I probably would add something occasionally, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. And they're not. I didn't really care if the like spacing was like even with it because for some reason I didn't have the grids on, so when I was doing them, so it is what it is. It's done now. Who cares? Yeah, but I just used some of the like white fencing you can use for it, because I mean I would never use it normally, so and then I added tons of lights to the outside because I wanted to make sure the outside was as pretty as possible during the night, which I don't typically actually do with my builds. I care more about how it looks during the day, but I thought, because like normally I like to go to the movies like around 5 o'clock, so for me obviously that's starting to get dark, so the lights do matter, and it's supposed to like draw people in, so yeah, I made sure that they were all, you know, there's tons of lights to just make you go like, oh, and then they're all different colours. I changed them in the gameplay, like pink and blue and stuff, so you'll see in the end photos I add like the colours and stuff. Yeah, just starting the inside now. Don't really show you how I do the rooms because I mean it's a long time, but basically you walk in and you've got a little like lobby area. Is that what it's called? Just like a seating area, and you got the concession. Is that what it's called? Concession? Where you like buy your drinks and stuff, and then you've got 2 movie theatres downstairs and then 1 upstairs, and then you've got 4 toilets for females and 4 toilets for males downstairs, and then one more for each upstairs, so there's bathrooms on each floor. Yeah, that's basically the layout. But I ended up using platforms to create different levels, because obviously movie theaters, not all the seats are going to be on the same level, or else people at the back couldn't see the screen as well. So I used that. I used the chairs that the Sims 4 say use when you know how you can like have pre-made rooms. I looked at the pre-made rooms and just stole those chairs from what the Sims used when they made their movie theaters. But I used the movie stuff pack for the TV and stuff, because obviously I think that's the best TV for a movie theater because of how big it's got, like the speakers where like the other bigger TVs don't. Obviously, like in a movie theater, you wouldn't probably have the speakers right there, but I just didn't want to add speakers to the wall. I ended up adding posters instead, which I don't think you wouldn't actually have in the actual theater itself, but I just wanted to have something on the wall other than just it being like a blank wall. And then I added like lights and stuff so that you could see, but I didn't have too many like ceiling lights because obviously it has to be dim. Even when you walk into a movie before it starts, it's still quite dim and dark, so I made sure to keep it up with that. And then they're all basically the same. The movie theaters, they're just different sizes. So like one has like 3 rows and some has 4 and some has 5, So I originally wanted to use the cubicles of the bathrooms, but then they were too big, so I ended up making my own. And then obviously got 2 different things, just added black doors, and then I ended up using a white and black tile wallpaper, just so it was a bit more lighter in the bathrooms, and because obviously the rest of the movie theater is quite dark on the inside, so you want that's gonna obviously you need to be able to see. So I decided to make it quite moody on the inside, so like you see a bright blue colourful place on the from the outside, and then you come in, it's quite dark and stuff. Now am I doing concession? So I decided to add a staff room for obvious reasons. Obviously the Sims don't normally care about staff rooms in the community lots because obviously the staff don't actually matter, but I decided to put a little staff room in there, and it's like linked to the concessions, so you have to like go through the staff room to get to the place where you buy food. And then it has like a little fridge and a desk obviously for the manager and stuff, and then I got a little sign saying stuff on there. Even though it obviously didn't say stuff on it, but and I made sure every theatre had like exit signs and stuff, because it just makes sense to have them. I did struggle with the concession a little bit just because there isn't like enough stuff to like make it. Like the shelving you get is kind of like, so I ended up putting like 2 bar wall drink things, and then adding some shelves, and then putting some stuff on there just to fill it up. And then I removed some of the shelves and added a fridge, because you would need a fridge obviously. And then I add tons of like tills and everything, just so it looks like somewhere where you would like serve customers. It also would probably be where you buy your tickets, I'm assuming, because there was nowhere else so you could really buy them. So, and then I used some like velvet ropes to make queues. So I know a lot of movies have like a separate like ticket booth to where you buy food, but like it just made sense to have it like this. I probably wouldn't have had any more room. I probably could have, but then you wouldn't have had as much seating area downstairs, so I decided to sacrifice that and go for just that's where you buy your tickets and food. So yeah, just adding the fridges now, and just had clutter just to fill up that space a little bit more. And the staff room's pretty basic, obviously. It's just because obviously your Sims probably won't use it. It's just there because I felt like doing a staff room. And now I'm adding the ropes and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much the downstairs. Just add a bunch of like seats and stuff, and so there's like places for customers to sit if they're not seeing, if they're waiting for someone, or they're waiting to go into their movie. Just somewhere for them to sit, and I add tons of like movie posters around the walls for people to look at. Probably should have added some TV screens, but it's too late now, because they have like previews of ads in some movie theaters. But I obviously didn't do that. I just put tons of posters around, and then it's very dark. I added some blue on the inside just to incorporate it from the outside, which I actually didn't like, but I couldn't be bothered changing it, so we're stuck with some blue walls and some black walls, just to, it was just there to add some colour, because I thought it was quite dark when I was building it, and more posters and everything. I had random signs everywhere, just so it just fill up the space with clutter, and some open signs. That's the downstairs done, and then for the upstairs I just had my third movie theatre. Obviously the bathrooms, some more seating area for upstairs, and it's basically just like a copy and paste of like what I had already done from the movies downstairs, the same layout. I think I probably should have added an extra row of chairs, but again, too late now. It's pretty. I originally wanted 4 movie theatres, but then I ended up, due to space, just keeping it as 3 and just having like a really large one upstairs. Because I mean, your Sims aren't actually going to use it, so it doesn't matter how big the theatre actually is. I then keep the colour scheme and everything again, and then obviously use the platforms to create the different levels and everything. That's basically it though. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon with another video.